The National Convention so far has been very interesting. I was delivering a paper on the black economy, but it's obviously a very important issue to a lot of people. It's come up in quite a number of conversations. Also, just looking at the whole enormity of change and data and the way it's sort of going to interact with our businesses and affect the way we advise clients. Very interesting. I think I enjoy the most about tax is the way that I've been able to make connections with like-minded people. It's been a great source of both sort of interesting conversations, but ultimately I've made lifelong friends through what I've been able to do through tax. CTO is a designation that has only come in relatively recently, at least in the terms of my career. And it's been a bit of a conversation starter with some people. They're interested in what it means. The fact that it's a different brand that enables us to have conversations like that, I think is quite interesting and makes it important. Getting involved in the Tax Institute has been one of the key things that has helped me achieve lots in my career. Having an interest in tax and also having a pretty good knowledge of what it means to people, that's been one level, but then getting involved in the Tax Institute in a lot of other aspects, event committees, attending events, getting on committees, ultimately now being on National Council. It's been great, and having something like the Tax Institute has been wonderful to be part of. The future of tax is going to be very interesting. I think that with the changes to the broader economy that is brought on by things like data and AI, the machine learning, the future is going to be one where tax is going to, on the one hand, be very challenging to remain relevant as regulators find different ways of collecting necessary revenue. But on the other hand, businesses are going to be needing a great deal of help to cope with all that related change and the way that regulations are going to be altered along the way. So that is, I suppose, where the future would lie for advisors like myself. The thing I would advise a new practitioner in tax is make sure you are interested, make sure that you really are passionate about the area of tax that you're focused on, and make connections, because ultimately if you're dealing with like-minded people, they've all got different perspectives, and we all benefit from getting multiple perspectives from other professionals. Events like the National Convention, they're always fun, so that's always a key part of what attracts me to events like this. Hearing speakers that I've heard from before and what their latest insights are, but it's also really good to hear from new speakers and what they're saying about problems that I might be facing on a day-to-day basis. And ultimately, putting all that together, you've always got something great to come home with, whether it's just having had a good time that you can reflect on, or you've got a few deliverables that you could take to your clients. Coping with change is something that all businesses, all people need to endure and find their way through. As far as from a tax perspective, the way that as a system we're moving from something that we've looked for the review mirror to having a system that is sort of a collecting tax, reporting information on a real-time basis, delivering insights, maybe directly to a regulator, means that we've got to totally change our perspective. In fact, the way that the future holds, in my view, in that regard, is we have to realise that we're shoulder to shoulder with regulators, the agents, and the clients, all looking at the same time and generating insights at the same time on the same data. And that is going to mean that we're going to have to change the way that we approach things quite significantly.